Hello everyone! How are you today? Now I will be discussing about Newton's laws of motion. Law of inertia. This is the tendency of an object to resist any change in its state of rest or motion is called inertia. The greater the mass of an object, the greater is its inertia. Did you know that this is Newton's first law of motion? Objects at rest will remain at rest, and objects in motion will continue to move at a constant speed in a straight path unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. Just like this picture below. That ball will not move and remain at rest unless it will be touched or acted upon by an unbalanced force or kicked by a foot or moved by a hand. Understood? Next is the law of acceleration, or Newton's second law of motion. This is the net force acting on an object is constant, its velocity changes at a constant rate over time. Hence, it is considered to be moving with constant acceleration. Acceleration also varies with the mass of the object. For example, this picture here below. As you can see, the first boy is pulling a bigger stone, which makes it hard for him to pull the stone because its mass is heavy. The second boy here is pulling a smaller stone, which means that the stone is lighter, so it makes it easier for him to pull the stone. You know, this can also be expressed in the equation that is written in red here below. Also, another tip, the acceleration of an object is directly proportional to the magnitude of the net force acting on it, and it's inversely proportional to its mass. The law of interaction, or the third law of motion. In the simplest sense, a force is a push or a pull. However, Newton realized that a force is not a thing in itself, but part of mutual action, an interaction between one thing and another. You know, and this law applies for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction code. Amazing! As you can see in the picture below, the man is pulling a wall and pulling an elephant. And the wall and the elephant is resisting the force of the man. That means each of their forces are interacting with each other. Alright? Now, let's practice. So what can you see in the first picture? What law of motion is this one? Yes, you are right. It's the law of inertia, because unless that hand will pull the paper, the coin will stay at rest. Now, let's proceed. What law of motion can you see in the next picture where the boy is pulling a cart? Wow, very good. You're right. It's the law of acceleration. Why? Because the boy is pulling a cart filled with objects. Now, his acceleration of pulling this cart will depend on the mass or how heavy the objects will be placed in this cart. Let's proceed. How about the last picture? What law of motion can you see in this picture? Yes, again you are correct. It's the law of interaction. Why? Because as the hammer is hammering the nail is resisting the force of the hammer. They are interacting with each other. Wow, you have really listened to my discussion earlier. That is it, everyone. I hope you have learned a lot. Have a great day ahead. Enjoyed and learned a lot? Please like and subscribe to our channel, and don't forget to click the bell button to get notified whenever we post a new video.